versus a 9 kilogram increase in bench with the sitting on your ass and taking test group, and 13 kilogram increase in squat, sitting on your ass, taking test. This is a big dose of test too, 600 mgs. Like, we're looking at the high end, the top end of the graded dose response study kind of dosages here. Over half a gram of shit, quite a lot. And yet we have almost equivalent increases in bench press between the What's up guys, Derek, moreplates.com. Today we are going to be looking at the effects of supraphysiologic doses of testosterone on muscle size and strength in normal men. Interestingly enough, this study looks at what is more effective, training without gear or not training whilst concurrently on gear. So they literally check guys who are using 600 milligrams of testosterone without even lifting weights versus guys who are actively trying to gain muscle and lifting weights who aren't using test. And guess who gets more jacked? That is what we're going to be dissecting, and the results may be annoying for some people. So we get into table 4, body weight, fat-free mass, and muscle size and strength before and after the 10 weeks of treatment. So keep in mind, this is 10 weeks too. Things could get, a bit more interesting as the weeks go on, but this is the classic Boston study that a lot of people refer to, and it gives us a lot of insight into what hormones really do. So here we have the body weight baseline in 10 weeks, no exercise, placebo, and testosterone. So this is both groups either taking, fake testosterone essentially, not, just placebo, or testosterone and not doing shit, versus training and taking fake testosterone essentially, versus actual testosterone and the effect on body weight changes. But mainly let's look at fat-free mass. Now again, notable, this can be altered pretty significantly through water retention and whatnot. This is something that will be very heavily impacted by testosterone supplementation or, exogenous testosterone, abuse, like whatever you want to call the fucking 600 milligram dose. At the end of the day, you are going to see pretty significant spikes in, fluid retention and whatnot, especially at the frequency of administration they were doing in this study. But still, you can extrapolate out and see through the strength increases that a lot of this was indeed muscle tissue. So no exercise group. We have at baseline versus 10 weeks in, we have almost a gain of 1 kilogram doing fucking nothing with placebo. So obviously that's just a change in just, like aberrations and what? Like obviously these individuals did not, their triceps got smaller in general, their quads got smaller, their bench press stayed exactly the same. Their squatting went up. So I don't know, just eating patterns changing. Like, I don't fucking know. At the end of the day, we see, our baseline metric of no exercise and placebo. Testosterone group, no exercise. We have a bump of about 3.2 kilograms here. So pretty fucking big spike. Obviously more significant than the placebo group. But again, how much of this is water retention? How much of this is actual contractile tissue? Well, let's look at the tricep size, quadricep size, bench press strength, and squatting strength. And we can see the triceps goes up pretty significantly. It goes up almost 500 here. Quadriceps area, 9,067 to 9,674. Bench press, now this is where it gets interesting, because we have 88 kilograms up to 88 kilograms in the no exercise placebo group. As you would expect, you don't get stronger if you're not fucking doing anything. But in the no exercise and testosterone group, the bench press went up 9 kilograms after 10 weeks doing nothing. Their squat went up 13 kilograms doing nothing. Now again, the no exercise and placebo group went up 3 kilograms, but still obviously a notable difference. So this increase in cross-sectional area, this fat-free mass increase, is not just water retention. There is, a decent amount of muscle in there. Now we look into the exercise group and we see the placebo. Like obviously we're gonna have some gains, we're lifting naturally, but are they going to exceed that of the testosterone and sitting on your ass group? That is the interesting thing we're gonna be looking at. So fat-free mass went up 2 kilograms. So not as much as the testosterone no exercise group. We see in the body weight in general too, you can extrapolate out as to how much of this is, water versus not, versus what, versus fat-free mass, and then you relate it to the actual cross-sectional area increases and the exercise strength, and we get a pretty good idea of what's going on. So again, fat-free mass went up 2 kilograms versus the 3.2 of the testosterone sitting on your ass group. Triceps went up about 50 Let's see, the quads went up, I don't know, about 500-ish. Then we get bench press went up 10 kilograms. 10. Squatting went up a lot though, went up 25 kilograms. So ultimately we see the 25 kilogram increase in squat and the 10 kilogram increase in bench press, exercising without anything, versus a 9 kilogram increase in bench with the sitting on your ass and taking test group, and 13 kilogram increase in squat, sitting on your ass, taking test. This is a big dose of test too, 600 mgs. Like we're looking at the high end, the top end of the graded dose response study kind of dosages here. Over half a gram of shit, quite a lot. And yet we have almost equivalent increases in bench press between the two groups. So guys who took tests and sat and did fucking nothing versus the group that actually went to the gym and trained, but didn't take anything, gained almost the same on their bench. 2 kilogram or 1 kilogram different though. So obviously notable. Then the squat, the exercise and placebo group blew this one a bit out of the water, but still, it's a little bit, discouraging that individuals, can take this shit and just sit on their ass and make like comparable gains in some aspects. And when you look at the fat-free mass outcomes, pretty fucking substantial and definitely beating out the exercise placebo group. Now again though, how much of this is water? I imagine a fair bit given the, strength disparities here. So anyways, this is not all muscle tissue. So if you actually, corrected for that, perhaps it would be somewhat equivalent in terms of exercise placebo versus no exercise testosterone. Now onto the exercise and testosterone group, the group that actually trained and took 600 mgs a test. After 10 weeks, we have obviously the most significant results. We have this jump in 6 kilograms in fat-free mass, or what is this? 6.1 kilograms in fat-free mass. Then we have about a 500 increase in triceps. We have about a fucking 1200 increase in quads. Bench press goes from 97 to 119. So we have literally a 22 kilogram increase in bench press in 10 weeks. Like that's like a fucking plate, bro. That's a full pizza. Like it's a fucking shit ton of weight. Squat goes up 38 kilograms. A lot. That's a fucking lot. So obviously, steroids work. People know that. This is what we see, but it's just interesting to actually break down a clinical study that shows guys sitting on their ass doing fucking nothing and taking gear versus guys who are actually in the gym training, trying to make gains and taking no gear. And we see some comparable outcomes between the two. Now, is this some sort of incentive to be a lazy bitch? Obviously not, but it's interesting nonetheless that this is how much hormones actually help. And I think, most people would have extrapolated that and, deduced it for themselves. But most people are thinking about like, you must train with the gear to make use of it. And it's just shocking that it still makes this much of a difference, even doing fucking nothing. So I'm not saying, and obviously this video may be construed in a poor way where it might be like, well, this is, highly incentivizing, but it's like anyone who's this fucking lazy, who's trying to justify doing no exercise and taking tests, that's totally irrelevant. This is for just scientific insight and interest because it's a fucking very interesting topic and is obviously one of the few studies that actually exemplifies this example here and is worth breaking down. Does not mean you shouldn't exercise and take tests. Does not mean that. Like, look how much of a difference it is with these individuals when they exercise, and as well as all the health benefits when you exercise too, above and beyond the vanity of building muscle and strength. So anyways, that's that. Let me know if you were surprised in the comments down below. Did you expect it? Did you expect the sitting on your ass and test group to blow the placebo exercise group out of the water? Did you expect basically what happened, or what did you think was going to be the outcome? All the comments help the algorithm. They're much appreciated. Like, subscribe, check out my blog, moreplates.com. Follow me on Instagram at moreplates.8. Facebook, Snapchat, not BitChute, Twitter, TikTok, Apple Podcasts. If you want to support the channel, you can check out anything I'm associated with in the video description below. My TRT clinic, it's all telemedicine from the comfort of your own home. Get high quality oversight from doctors who understand hormones, how to interpret diagnostics and biomarkers to make an individualized protocol just for your needs based on what you actually need, not just a cookie cutter testosterone mill prescribing you whatever it is that they can make a markup on for the sake of making money. We pride ourselves in information and education. And that is where we make our money. That's our bread and butter, is providing high quality medical oversight rather than just prescribing medications and making money on those. And if you want that, if you want a fucking legal script, just a testosterone mill that has the cheapest price to test, go somewhere else, because that's not what we do. So anyways, if you want high quality care from doctors who actually give a fuck what they're doing, check us out. I'm not saying other clinics don't give a fuck, by the way. There's just a troubling majority who seem to be the cookie cutter. Let's prescribe as many medications as we can and make money off the medications rather than off of our actual services. And that is where we set ourselves apart. So anyways, check it out if that is of interest to you, as well as anything else I'm associated with. Gorilla Mind, nootropic formulas, Gorilla Mode, pre-workout formulas. I design myself from scratch, recommended lab tests and diagnostics through my clinic. Anything else I'm associated with, it is all in the video description below. Thank you guys for watching. Talk to you soon.